Good morning, zookeepers. Today I'm making an enclosure for the timber wolf. Now, I kind of did some bits where off screen, as it were, that I didn't record, mainly because I forgot to record them, and two, it took me a while to figure out how to get it the way I wanted it to look. But the main idea is I wanted some redwood trees and then like the path to go around the trees, sort of vibe, so that it's like a walk in the woods but up at tree height, and then have loads of different trees knocking about, ferns and things like this, just to have like a very wooded kind of vibe. I sort of looked at the redwood forest and saw like I don't know what kind of plants were growing there and things like this. There was one other tree in this game that actually grows with redwoods, and then the rest of it I just went, oh, that looks kind of like that plant, and then sort of like placed it in there. But I had quite a bit of fun just making this. This building right here, I made it a bit ago because originally I was going to make timber walls enclosure way earlier on, but completely forgot to hit the record button when I made it, so I kind of abandoned it. So it's just been on the outskirts of this, I would say zoo, but it's not really a zoo. Well, it is. It's just kind of me just making stuff and plumping it together rather than having a general theme like I'll be trying to do with Mesa Zoo. So yeah, it was kind of just there. So I salvaged it and I was like, this looks nice. It's going to fit in with the rest of the enclosure, so I may as well use it. So that's why you've not seen any building of that building. It's a very simple building, so I probably will come back to and maybe flesh it out a bit more, because it is pretty naked on the inside and pretty plain, very vanilla. The main part I spent to it was making the cave on the outside and put timber wolf statues on that cave entrance, just to make it look kind of interesting. And as you can see right now, I'm just making the fence. Pretty simple, it's only just a few bits, but I definitely wanted that overlapping bit. Originally I was going to just use a fence that you place down, but then I wanted it to be this sort of greenish colour, and I preferred the way I made it than the one that was up to offer for me. Mainly because I just wanted it to be pretty plain and simple. There's some like zoos when I've seen wolf enclosures, like it's a very simple fence all the way around. Obviously guests can't get to that bit, there's like standoff barriers between you and that fence. But I do like that very particular style of fence. Made it green, the poles, so it kind of fits in with the leaves in the centre of the enclosure. And then made the mesh black, because painting mesh black is always the best way to like hide that it's there and makes it easier to see through, especially with cameras when taking photos and things like this. And then I just went above the treetop area and decided just to add like loads of benches, because it would be quite a peaceful place to like sit down, have your packed lunch kind of thing. Add a few different information boards, bins and that knocking about, and then I went around adding as much enrichment as I could to the enclosure, because it always makes it fun to just watch animals use enrichment. I feel like this is a pretty big enclosure. At the moment I only have 4 timber walls in it. I do plan to add more walls, but I thought 4 is a nice number to start off with. And honestly, I was really happy with this build. Like, it's just, it kind of takes me back to the way I used to do a lot of builds on like Zoo Tycoon 2 way back when. I used to love making like platforms going into enclosures, but the fact it kind of wraps around the tree. Originally I was going to try and get a circular path around the redwood, so it looks like it's almost using the redwood tree as like a support, but I couldn't get it right, and the path work stresses me out enough as it is, and I already spent probably 15 minutes trying to make those circles go around the tree. So in the end we just ended up using squares and using the automatic sort of support structure that they offer on the paths, rather than using the trees as that support structure. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this and it's given you a little inspiration with your builds. Don't forget, let me know, is there something you'd like to see? Put it down in the comments. But anyways, thank you for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.